Good day, everyone. I'm Charles Pigalgiano. Today, I will share to you about monopoly and antitrust policy. In this lesson, you will learn about corporate mergers, regulating anti-competitive behavior, regulating natural monopolies, and the last one, the great deregulation experiment. So what is monopoly and antitrust policy? Monopoly refers to a market structure where a single seller or producer dominates the entire market for a particular good or service, leading to limited competition. This can result in higher price, reduced choice, and potential negative effects on consumers. And antitrust policy, on the other hand, aim to promote fair competition and prevent monopolistic practices. This policy includes regulations and laws that discourage anti-competitive behavior such as fi- price fixing, market allocation, and monopolistic mergers. The goal is to ensure competitive marketplace that benefit consumers, encourages innovation, and prevents the abuse of market power. So there is an maintaining competition, consumer protection, preserving economic efficiency, encouraging innovation, and preventing unfair business practices. 11.1 Corporate mergers. So corporate mergers involve the combination of two or more companies to form a single entity. This strategic business move can take various forms such as mergers of equals, acquisitions, or hostile takeovers. The primary goals often include improving efficiency, expanding market shares, gaining access to new technologies, or achieving cost synergies. So these are the example of corporate mergers. First, Disney and Pixar in 2006. Second, AT&T and Time Warner in 2018. And third, AOL and Time Warner in 2001. And fourth, Exxon and Mobil in 1999. And fifth, Amazon and Whole Foods in 2017. Regulations for approving mergers vary by jurisdiction, but they generally aim to ensure fair competition, prevent monopolies, and protect consumers. In regulation for approving mergers, there is a number and size of mergers. So regulators analyze number of mergers within an industry and the size of individual mergers to ensure that do not result in anti-competitive practices, market dominance, or barriers to enter that could harm consumers and competition. The number and size of mergers play crucial role in the regulations of approving mergers. Regulators body such as antitrust authorities examine these factors to assess their impact on market competition. Number of mergers, there is an anti-competitive concerns and market share. Size of mergers, market dominance, and barriers to enter. So, what is antitrust laws? Antitrust laws, also known as competition laws, are regulation designed to promote fair competition and prevent anti-competitive practices in the marketplace. The primary goal is to safeguard consumer welfare, maintain market efficiency, and prevent the concentration of economic power in a way that harms competition. So there is an preventing monopolies, prohibiting anti-competitive practices, ensuring mergers and acquisition benefit competition, discrimination, unfair business practices, consumer protection. So in US, there is an antitrust laws. First, Sherman Antitrust Act in 1890. Second, Clayton Antitrust Act in 1914. Kaler-Kefauver Act in 1950. Measuring degree of monopoly power in an old way. There are two ways. First, four-firm concentration ratio. Four-firm concentration ratio provides a snapshot of market structure by focusing on the market shares of the four largest firms. It serves as a tool for regulators to evaluate the competitive dynamics within an industry. For example, if firm A has a 30% market shares and firm B has 25% and firm C has 20% and firm D has 15%, the four firm concentration ratio would be 90%, 30% plus 25% plus 20 plus 15. This ratio helps assess the level of competition within an industry. With higher ratios, getting less competition. And number two, the Hirschman Index or HHI provide a comprehensive measures of market concentration considering the market shares of all firms. It is a valuable tool for regulators to evaluate and monitor competition within an industry. Example of HHI. Consider a market with three firms. Firm A has 40% market share, Firm B has 30% market share, and Firm C has a 20% market share. To calculate the HHI, so formula is HHI equals 40 raised to the power of 2 plus 30 raised to the power of 2 plus 20 raised to the power of 2 equals 1,600 plus 900 plus 400 equals 2,900. So the Hirschman Index for this market is 2,900. The higher HHI values indicate higher market concentration and potentially less competition. So measuring degree of monopoly power in a new way. New direction for antitrust refers to evolving approaches and strategies in the field of antitrust law and policy. Antitrust law are designed to promote free competition and prevent anti-competitive practices such as monopolies or conclusion among business. In recent time, there have been discussion and consideration for updating antitrust enforcement in response to change in the business landscape. There is a big tech scrutiny, digital markets and platform regulation, consumer welfare versus broad public interest, global cooperation, merger guidelines, guidelines focus on labor markets. These new directions reflect an ongoing effort to adapt antitrust policy to the changing economic landscape, particularly in the digital age. The goal is to ensure that antitrust laws remain effective in promoting competition, preventing market abuses, and safeguarding the interests of consumers and businesses. One of example ay, One example of new direction in antitrust is that increased scrutiny of major technology companies for their market dominance and potential anti-competitive practices. For instance, authorities in the various jurisdictions are examining that practices of companies like Facebook, Google, and Amazon to assess whether their actions stifle competition and innovation. And that's all. Thank you.